Hey, I'm Krista Maglione, and I'm doing a speech on why you should see Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Woo! Yeah, he's my mascot.
Oh.
As a boy,
Alright, none of you sit tight. I'm gonna go grab some milk real quick.
Ricky Bobby had a one-track mind.
I'm the fat. I'm going fast.
30 years later, nothing's changed.
Mama, I'm going fast!
Hey, driver!
Please be 18. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, I want to thank you for my family. My two beautiful sons, Walker and Texas Ranger, and of course my red-hot smoking wife. This is a big, hairy American winning machine. That's awesome, I know.
You don't have to be quick.
We go together like Chinese food and chocolate pudding.
Hey, Cal, those are two things that don't really go together. If I say peanut butter and
Ladies.
yep, jelly.
Would you like to put jelly on, lady?
Be fast.
I feel like a mongoose stalking its prey.
From the guys who brought you Anchorman.
Well, the big news is the NASCAR has gone French.
I am coming for you, Ricky Bobby.
And the 40-year-old virgin.
You want to sign your microphone?
Feel free.
Absolutely, ma'am. I'd love to sign your baby. You're not going to want to wash that forehead.
Will Ferrell is Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, it's the real deal down there.
Ricky Bobby is not a thinker.
You don't drive with your eyes. You gotta feel the road.
Ricky Bobby is a driver.
I'm embarrassed. I really thought I could feel it.
Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Hello, Miss Carter, Miss Bob.
Get on fire! You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby! Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Tom Cruise!
Woo! Alright, in the words of Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last. And Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby, is my #1 favorite movie of all time in America. Alright, y'all need to see Talladega Nights because the plot, characters, and themes make it fantastic, funny, and French. This goes way beyond any comedy you've ever seen. The People's Choice Awards give it the Favorite Comedy Movie Award of 2006. And Talladega Nights has something for everyone. It's got friendships, hardships, competition, and culture. Ricky Bobby and Cal Naughton Jr. are best friends, and they're also the #1 NASCAR drivers. And when a French Formula 1 driver comes to town, they start losing, and Ricky Bobby ends up in a big accident. And he loses his friends and his wife and his job, and then he has to team up with his long-lost father so that he can learn to conquer his fear and he can become the greatest race car driver again, and he can win the Talladega 500. And this movie's funny because it's making fun of NASCAR and the Southern culture and adds a bit of a French influence to it. The Hollywood Reporter rates from its pitch-perfect title through just about every detail, this send-up of sports triumph movies maintains the right parodic pitch, if not always the highest oomph on the laugh speedometer. Alright, so, even though the plot's really funny, the characters did a lot of improv in the script, and that's what makes the movie really original. Ricky Bobby, who's played by Will Ferrell, he's hard-headed, he's stubborn, and he's extremely opinionated, and he's pretty much like any NASCAR driver. He's got a lot of pride, and he's completely incompetent, which is what makes it so hilarious. He's always bragging about himself. He says, "Here's the deal, I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I wake up in the morning and I piss excellent. I'm just a big, hairy American winning machine." The Rolling Stone magazine says that Ferrell is a smart actor with a natural clown's ability for playing dumb. That makes for a delicious contrast in his scenes with Sacha Baron Cohen, Ricky's arch-rival Jean Girard. Cal's best friend always lets Ricky win. He eventually betrays him after Ricky gets into his accident and he marries his wife. And Cal's just completely clueless. He still has this idea that him and Ricky can be best friends and that Ricky will be the best man in the wedding. And he never knows what he's talking about. He never knows what's going on. When the hospital is trying to explain Ricky's condition after he's been in his accident, Cal's just so clueless. He says, "So when you say psychosomatic, you mean like he could start a fire with his mind?" Cal just doesn't get it. Jean Girard is a French Formula One racer. He's foreign, he's sophisticated, and he's also gay. And he is pretty much the complete opposite of Ricky Bobby, and he's constantly battling with him to be number one in NASCAR. And he's constantly insulting Ricky and insulting America. And when they first meet in a bar, Ricky's talking about how great America is, and Jean Girard says, "What have you given the world besides Cheerios, George Fist, and the Master?" So, Monster and Critic says Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, who is Cal Naughton Jr., play well off one another and make a great comedic pair. Sacha Baron Cohen steals the show as the gay race car driver with an extremely exaggerated Inspector Clouseau on crack French accent. So even though the plots and characters can be really ridiculous, there's still a running theme, and that is if you want to win, you should win for yourself and no one else. And Ricky in the movie says, "You gotta win to get love. Everyone knows that. That's just life. Look at Don Shula, legendary coach. Look at that Asian guy who holds the world record for eating all them hot dogs in a row. Look at Rue McClanahan from the Golden Girls. All three people, all great champions, all love." He doesn't really get the idea that you should be winning for yourself. And his friend Susan reminds him that he needs to drive because he loves it and that he should win because he wants to win, not for anybody else. And even though this theme seems really serious, in the end Ricky makes it really funny by deciding to paint me all over the front of his car to kind of portray this newfound idea. And so basically the plot, characters, and the theme is what makes this movie really funny. And there's a lot of misconceptions about NASCAR and stereotypes of both like the French and American culture. And pretty much everyone who loves this country should see Talladega Night. And in the words of Ricky Bobby, we're not French. We're American, because you're in America. Greatest country on the planet. Ricky Bobby, #1. Woo!